Not so close, Patches. Wouldn't want you to come down to this gorge, too. Not so close, Patches. Wouldn't want you to come down to this gorge, too.
Quadratic!
It has been 2 days. Torment me no longer, you sorry excuse for a favorite friend.
Aid me, Lady Meridia. Help me find what I seek. Ah! Lady, protect me! Oh, you didn't attack. Sorry. The jungle is so dangerous. When I agreed to help my high priest enter the nearby temple, it didn't seem so risky. Now here I am, all alone, surrounded by creatures, and not a Lucent in sight. Broken Light Temple, a place of Meridia worship. It mysteriously collapsed centuries ago. No one's entered since. High Priest Ermine plans to get inside, find a font of power, and restore its former glory. But legends say the place is dangerous. A monstrous sentinel patrols the grounds, slaying any who enter, and it has ghosts of old priests, and other stuff I can't handle. Someone brave should go help Ermine restore the temple. Someone like you! I promise you'll provide a reward. Find Ermine outside the temple along the northern coast. She has a device that will get you inside, but it needs a Lucent for power. After that, she'll explain what you need to begin the restoration. I'm off to Sunport. It's too scary out here. It's really old. High Priest Ermine once said House Corellania built it the year they turned to the Three Queens. So, what, 1,000 years? The histories say Meridia herself oversaw its construction. What a blessed thing indeed. Oh, sadly, I don't know much about that. It happened hundreds of years ago, supposedly. The temple is all rubble now, instead of a shining beacon to the Bright Lady. Ermine knows more, but she keeps the details to herself. For security, she says. The Sentinel supposedly guards the grounds from intruders. The old histories mention it, but details are sparse. The ghosts... maybe I made them up. But you can hear voices from the temple sometimes. At night. What else could it be? The Condescent Order. We are devoted solely to Meridia, instead of all of the Three Queens. Only she can show us through these dark days. We are quite small. High Priest Ermine believes our numbers will swell once we restore the temple. You're not familiar with the Three Queens? Oh, right. You're one of those people from the mainland. The High Elves of Solstice, indeed many of the island's inhabitants, revere Meridia, Nocturnal, and Azura. We, however, focus on the Lady of Light. She's very impressive. I admire her a great deal. You'll understand once you meet her. The High Priest took over our order and saved it from dissolution. I'll admit that she has high expectations of others, but it's all for the best. A small crystal that contains oblivion energy. Daedra worshippers, such as those of my order, keep them around our temples, for use in rituals and stuff. Ermine needs a lucent to power a tool she carries. That's why I'm out here all alone, searching.
Nothing here. I need to get inside. Traveler, just as my strength wavers, the Light Queen sends you to me, a clear sign that I must persist. I lead an order of devotees to Meridia. Have you seen the ruins of Broken Light Temple on the hill? Our mission is its glorious restoration. Doria's sense of character never fails. You appear quite capable of guiding me through the dangers ahead. Our goal is to find a font of Meridia's power that's locked away inside. That's how I'll restore the temple's former glory. I believe this power can cleanse any dark threats in the temple and imbue it with Meridia's blessing once more. Then we rebuild. Are you ready to begin this sacred task? We must create a way across the bridge to the entrance. That's why I brought a translocation rod. It can repair the gap, but it needs power from a lucent shard. Look in rubble piles around here. I believe Meridia shall provide. All that's known of the temple's history comes from vague stories on faded parchment. They say Meridia herself instructed Coralania believers to build the temple here. It collapsed mysteriously centuries ago. I'd love to learn why myself. The stories we have describe the font in quite poetic terms. Images of water bubbling from a spring are common, as are descriptions of people bathing in its cleansing light. They claimed it can flow for eternity, which I hope is true. Sadly, its true name is lost to time. Broken Light Temple is what the people of Solstice called it after the collapse. The name describes the loss of Meridia's blessing quite well. Perhaps we can learn its true name once we go inside. We are a clan of High Elves who call Solstice home. They fled Hammerfell centuries ago and settled on this island, though there's more to the story. We revere 3 Daedric princes, but I am devoted exclusively to Meridia's cleansing light. Glad to hear our mission piqued your interest. Ask away. The Candescent Order. We're quite small, but strict devotees of Meridia. Most from my house worship all of the 3 queens, but not us. Only the Lady of Light deserves our worship. The most revered Daedric princes, Azura, Nocturnal, and Meridia. We Coralania elves gave up our necromantic ways long ago. My ancestors decided to venerate these princes instead. I, of course, worship Meridia over the others. Only because I also founded our group. Worship of Azora and Nocturnal felt so hollow to me, but when I communed with Meridia, her light enveloped me. Speaking about Meridia's supremacy just made sense. An enchanted device that easily moves large objects. Point it and send an object to an empty planar space. The bearer then releases the object where they please. Originally, it was used to imprison enemies, but it has more practical applications. A small crystal fragment that can store magical energy. They grow in the depths of oblivion, which makes them rare. But Daedric temples often have them scattered around. If we can find one in this rubble, it will power the rod. No luck for me. How's your search? Ah, did you find one? A loosened shard from Broken Light Temple will power the translocation rod while in this area. It should look like a glowing crystal. A bit of tinkering. Here we are. It already feels much more powerful. I think we can clear a path now. Since Meridia chose you to help, you should wield the rod. I'll explain how it works. Come with me. Come, up the stairs. Use the rod to capture this rubble here. Just point and it will understand your intent. Success! Now point the rod here to release the stones. Bless the light! You've got it! Now we can cross. Let's get inside. I'm in here, traveler! You must see this. Incredible. The Great Hall of Broken Light Temple. The glyph on these massive doors. I recognize it. Our goal is through here. I call on Her Lady's brilliance to shine upon... But I'm devoted to Meridia. That should have worked. Look for anything that explains these doors. Followers of Meridia cleanse her enemies by force sometimes. Meridian priests contemplate those for hours. Shame about its condition. Does that parchment offer answers? Show me, please. The cynosure. That's how the old parchments describe the font of power. It's a focus of Meridia's attention. If jealousy led to the collapse, then purification of the Order is just. The purified are walking embodiments of Meridia's will. Yes, a ritual of light in the two wings of the temple, the Dawn Wing to the east and Purity Wing to the west. It doesn't describe what the ritual involves. I have faith in my devotion to Meridia. We'll figure it out. I could see from the outside that the Western Purity Wing collapsed long ago. It looked overgrown with plants. The Eastern Dawn Wing appeared intact, though. Maybe we'll see more of the old architecture there. So, what do you think? Purity or Dawn? Dusty and old architecture it is. I am genuinely excited to see what it looks like in there. This building is my inheritance in a way. Head over and I'll meet you inside the Eastern Wing. We don't know much about this wing. Look for any information of a priest's lockbox of personal belongings. I can learn about worship practice. I don't sense any magic on that crystal. Purely decorative. That amulet calls to me. What is it? Ah!
Mortals who walk these hallowed halls, please hear me out. Connection. My mind has linked to the body of this priest. It feels miraculous. I am Caricia, former priest of Meridia, now the blessed sentinel of this temple. You and this mortal I speak through. Explain yourselves. Why are you here? High Priest. Her strong faith must fuel the connection through my old amulet. Through her, I can speak in a way I cannot in my own body. And you want the cynosure. My fortune continues. That power is the only way to free me. I am the sentinel for this temple. I once saw the role as a blessing. In truth, it binds mortals in eternal service to Meridia. Only destroying the cynosure can set me free. Go east along the path. I will return soon. Our interests align, mortal. I will return in the northern hall.
Such a feeling of intrusion. I could hear the words, feel my mouth move, but was powerless to resist. I feel unwell. Just go ahead. I noticed crumbled walkways. Use the rod again to make a path to the ritual site. I'll be along shortly. I heard. Her words sounded desperate. If the cynosure binds people into service to Meridia, how could that be bad? I would feel honored. I want to hear more of her tale, but I'd prefer a different method for receiving it. Look at this chamber. I can imagine what past acolytes felt here.
I thought that was a rock. Bravely done, Tamid. Free yourself, Tamid! Vala, keep your shame.
Good job clearing the way. I think we're close. The wonders of this wing are amazing. Keep searching for the ritual site. I'll catch up.
I will watch over you. Draj Radin Vabazeri, strength becomes you.
Wait, friend. I feel Carisia taking control again. Ever since Carisia took control of my body, I've seen flashes of the past. Her feud with Tomarion. The moment Meridia purified everyone in the temple. Stuck with these memories for eternity must be awful.
You approach the ritual site. Here, you will unlock one of the Sinoshore's doors. I must warn you, I am inside, as the Blessed Sentinel. I serve Meridia's will. When you enter, I will attack. I cannot control my actions.
You
misunderstand. I pray for my defeat. You must perform the unlocking ritual. But if the Sinoshore remains, the Sentinel's energy lingers and eventually reforms, so you must destroy it. You cannot allow other monstrous beings to gain its power. Tomarion, a former High Priest. He sought to build an army with the Sinoshore, one under his complete control. In a selfish rage, he destroyed the temple when Meridia chose me as Sentinel. This is why you must destroy the Sinoshore. What I do here is necessary. I regret her suffering, but there is no other way. The urgency of my warning about the Sinoshore was more important than a single priest's discomfort. Enter the ritual site. See the cost of Eramine's desire. Prepare yourself for battle!
That's it! Enough! Just make it stop! She's in there? Defending the ritual site, I guess. We should get ready. I sympathize with her. She made me very familiar with how it feels to lose control of your own body. Can't believe she'd inflict it on someone else. A lot to think about. When my mission to Broken Light Temple began, I didn't expect to battle against my lady's blessed servants. I quietly believed Meridia would guide me safely to the Sinoshore. Suppose I was wrong about many things. I always thought that giving over one's will to Meridia would feel joyous. I imagined the Purified felt perfect at all times. Now, with Carissia's possessions, I question that. I still believe in our task, though. Let's get in there. By the light! Sentinel Carissia, I'll shield you from her wrath.
Fight! If you want to... I can feel her. This shell will fall. You must hurry before I reform.
I'm glad we prevailed over Sentinel Carissia. She possessed immense power and had such little control over it. Seeing her makes me question the purpose of the Sinoshore. I have a lot to think about. In the meantime, let's complete this ritual. Stop by supplicating on the tile I direct you to. Then I will begin the chant and tell you where to go. When I mention a cardinal direction, you'll need to walk to the appropriate tile. That's it. You're a believer? I knew it! Isn't it wonderful? You can feel Meridia's presence, though not as strong as it should be. But put aside your fears about your faith. I'll be the conduit through which her blessed energies flow. Just follow my chant. This looks like an allegory for a constellation of stars. I've read works about Meridia's connection to stars, but I consider it heresy. I can remember enough to recreate the constellation, though. Don't worry, I'll tell you which way to go. Excellent. Now follow along. The constellation of Our Lady rises in the west. We draw a line to the eastern star. Then to the north. The link is made to the south. That did it. One successfully completed ritual. Now we can explore the Purity Wing to the west. The ritual worked! Half of the ward is down. Way more damage than the east side. Use the rod to make us a path. I'll search for anything that can help our task. Oh, stay clear of Purified. They will likely be hostile.
Peace. For now.
Oh, new people. And you still have your minds. Oh, very good.
Incredible. He's a Purified who can still speak. But how?
Yes, I can tell you many things. Come, talk. I was alone for so long, many years. Now you and I speak together. A good thing. I am Temerian. Or was. Perhaps will be again. You explore my home, this great temple. Why did you come here? Ah, yes, Lady Meridia's gift. Such power it holds. It creates the Sentinels, did you know? I was to receive its blessing. A deceiver ripped that from me. If you access the Cynosure, yes, you could cleanse the temple, remake it. Very true. No! Her lies bend the past. She claimed to love me, love Meridia. Both false, all to become a sentinel. She hungered for the power. I fought the deceiver and lost. The temple fell and my lady punished me with this wretched half-blessing. Oh, yes, I see that now. Wise words, newcomer. Meridia foresaw the collapse She made me like this to aid you in the here and now. A ritual unlocks the Cynosure doors. Your High Priest can do it. This path leads to the ritual site. I'll meet you there. Head north, mostly intact. Easiest route to the ritual site.
For a High Priest of Meridia, Tomarion doesn't seem particularly faithful. If the Lady of Light denied making him a sentinel, his resentment may linger. Let's not be quick to trust him, friend. Why would someone spurned by Meridia want access to a font of her power? He may want to corrupt it somehow. Or maybe he just wants to get back in her good graces. We can use him to unlock the door, but let's remain wary. His eyes glow with Meridia's flawless light. That's the sign that Meridia's will has taken over a mortal follower. Usually their old selves cease to exist. Tomarion's story may explain why he's different. For a believer, a half-finished state like that would be agony, burning inside with Meridia's light, but not fully taken. It must feel like complete rejection. I pity Tomarion's circumstances, but Meridia's punishments are righteous. The old High Priest still lives, and he wants to help us? Very strange. Continue on. I want to explore more of this amazing temple.
Are a knave and a cheek.
Come closer. Behind the tunnel gate. Go west. Up the stairs. You'll find rubble to fix the bridge.
Good. That's one gap fixed. We'll need more rubble for this next one.
Make the path, then go on. The ritual site is close.
Redford.
Go on ahead. I'll join you in a moment. This room is so beautiful.
See me? Behind the bars. I helped you. You can trust me. Let's talk. Your High Priest can do her ritual here. Unlock the Sinosure doors. Simple. I helped, so listen. I want to join you. Be part of restoring the temple. I can protect you and serve Meridia again if you let me. You want to open the Sinosure? Let me inside. It can make me whole. Meridia will see my devotion. I will become a sentinel like I deserve. We can restore the temple. Build an army.
You found the ritual site. We can begin.
Consider my offer. We can rebuild the temple. Just let me into the Sinosure.
Let's discuss what to do next. Tomarion may have helped us find the ritual site, but that doesn't mean we should trust him. Put that aside for the moment. I recognize this ritual space. It reenacts the movement of the sun. It's a simple rite. I'll guide you. For the most part, you stand on the center tile and follow my instructions. Let me funnel the energy to you. This ritual's metaphor is different, however. The tiles represent an allegory for the sun, Meridia's brightest light. We must recreate that allegory as you walk the tiles. Once complete, the lock should release. Now, listen to my cues. My lady's brilliance starts in the east, and we carry it north. We then carry it south. And finally, as the sun does, so do we carry... Praise Meridia, we did it. And look, it opened a portal.
You opened the door! Good servant! Now I become what I deserve.
Tomarion, stop! We need to discuss this! Light blind him. He just walked right in. We need to talk, friend. Burn his eyes. I knew we couldn't trust that scoundrel. We still need to figure out what to do about the Sinosure. Tomarion as a blessed sentinel worries me more than Carisia. He would become the sentinel we fought earlier, but stronger, more power-hungry, filled with spite. He truly believes Meridia chose him, and he was cheated out of his destiny. In service to my lady, I will try to stop him. I must destroy the Sinosure. That part, I don't know. We have no idea what's actually behind those doors. You and I have solved everything together. We'll figure this part out too. Let's get in there. What is he doing in there? Hurry, let's get inside. Tomarion, no! We need to get over there and stop him! Tomarion, stop this! You don't understand!
I understand everything. I will gain what I am owed. Meridia, give me your strength!
He channeled all of the power into himself!
It's too late! Meridia blesses me as her new sentinel!
You must destroy him! I'll protect you like last time. Here's a shield to protect you! Quickly! We must destroy the Cynosure. It's too powerful. Use the rod to remove the orbs from the pillars. Look! The sentinels appeared in front of the statue.
This sacrifice protects many others.
Her glory in the colored rooms.
Tomarion, it's time to go. After centuries, I am finally free.
You did it! Let's leave here. We'll talk in the Great Hall. Friend, over here. I can't believe it. I found the Cynosure at the heart of Broken Light Temple. And I destroyed it. Wait until I tell the rest of my order. No regrets, though. The stories lied. That font of power protected the temple by binding priests into servitude. I saw how it twisted people and destroyed their love. I don't want to perpetuate that. I don't understand why Meridia wanted that either. You go on your way with a good story and some coin. I gather the rest of my faithful and see what I can do to put Meridia's light to good use. Oh, and I take my rod back. Despite the outcome, I'm glad to have learned all we did, friend. I need to gather my acolytes in Sunport. I think we can rally the rest of the faithful and start something new. A priory or a chapel or something. Small and honoring to her brilliance. Nothing quite as grand as this old temple. I still feel dedicated to build something. Probably not here, but I'll honor Meridia in some way. My order will gather in Sunport and decide what comes next. I have high hopes. It may not be as grand as a temple, but it will be pure. And you as well, friend. Feel free to find me in Sunport after this. It will do my spirit well to see you still thriving.
Look around us, Tamid. I would not have you miss the beauty of this place. Mafala, keep your shame.
This is the result of your own impatience, Vanessa.
Oh, it just smelled so good. I couldn't wait. I had to have it.
At last, someone arrives. On behalf of the Nord Cultural Exchange, I request assistance. Greetings! I am Ysmer of the glorious expedition for the Nord Cultural Exchange, and the village before you is Shore's Stand. It houses a great community of proud Nords who, frankly, will not listen to a word we say. The Sturk Fellowship tasked us with getting the people of Shore's Stand to ally with us against the Worm Cult. A fine idea, except that Brit the Bold is in charge. She's too inexperienced, and the villagers are too stubborn to listen. It's not her fault. The villagers sent the rest of our envoy away. Brit's too stubborn to leave. She gets that from her brother. She needs help, and I have failed her once already. Will you aid her? The exchange pays well, as does the Fellowship. Brit's in the square. Last I saw, she was doing her best to dazzle the speakers of the village. Her brother Rigert would be proud. I must return to Sunport. Prince Azza of the Sturk Fellowship expects a report on our progress. Or lack thereof. It's an alliance of warriors from the three alliances, the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild. These are personalities who do not get along unless there is a common enemy. That alone should tell you how dangerous they think the Worm Cult is. Because they found more Worm Cultists here than they expected. Plus, Nords are great warriors, and this village consists mainly of Nords. Besides, the cult is a threat to Solstice too. It's just difficult convincing the village's speakers of that. King Yoren started the exchange to help bring the various factions of the Ebonheart Pact together. Since he was committing forces to the war against the Worm Cult, he figured we'd be helpful in connecting with the locals. So far, not so much. Very much so. Our leader, Rigert the Brash, is a genius at diplomacy. He plays the fool, but always achieves his goals. I wish he were here, and not busy with a secret mission of his own. I just hope his little sister is half the diplomat that he is. I respect Brit a lot. Following in your brother's footsteps is not an easy thing. Still, she believes in the cultural exchange. Brit's young, but with time, she may prove to be a greater ambassador than Rigert. If this mission doesn't ruin her.
Stick your Sturk Fellowship where the sun sets, Mainlander.
But we can help each other. Rid Solstice of the Worm Cult threat.
We have a bigger problems than the Worm Cult. Help with that, or go away.
I tried gifts. I tried kindest and most flatteringest of words. I even tried logics beyond argumentation. Everything my brother said always works failed. How am I supposed to get through to these Nords? And you agreed? Oh, you're now my most favoritist person! Village speakers disagree with me about Worm Cult danger. They want to deal with things in their own way. No matter how far Nords go from Skyrim, we keep our cultural bullheadedness alive. Speaker Hialf thinks the village has a bigger problem than the cult. He wants help, so we shall help him. But you talk to Speaker first. I used all my most convincingest words, and the Speaker still rejected me. I must think up new ones. Shore Stand has 3 halls. Bear Hall, Hall of Feathers, and Wolf Hall. Speakers, well, they speak for their halls. And halls speak for everyone in Shore Stand. If speakers don't trust us, then no one trusts us. Big predicament. I did some asking, and each hall has big role. Bear Hall protects. Hall of Feathers organizes parties. And Wolf Hall keeps everyone fed and content. Very orderly. These are very strange Nords. Some ways I recognize, others not so much. Bear, birds, and wolves. Old Nord gods from really old days. But speakers don't talk like old Nords, or even good like my brother and me. They have new ideas, a different outlook. I will really enjoy this mission, if we don't make mess of it. I asked very politely. My brother Rigert arrived with secret mission from Skald King, and Sturk Fellowship needed someone to recruit these Nords. I thought it would be easy task, but who knew these Nords would be so different? Most call him Rigert the Brash, but yes, he's my older brother and leader of Nord Cultural Exchange. Big honor. Skald King Yoran sent him all over Tamriel, and now all over world. I joined as soon as I could. Exchanging culture is my passion.
Where is my daughter?
She went after the beast. We couldn't stop her.
It destroyed a lot of trees. The beast is too powerful.
A beast? We could help with that.
You're with that culture exchange woman, right? Look, even if I wanted to talk the other speakers into listening to you, I can't. There are too many problems facing the village right now to lend our support to strangers from the mainland. You overheard that? Necromancers or whatever threat Brit spoke about are tomorrow's problem. The beast is a threat to Shore Stand right now. Good warriors nearly died trying to catch it. The village is scared. I can't promise anything. But I'd have one less excuse not to consider it. The beast hides out in the woods, to the east. If you want to go after it, I'd start there. Given how much destruction it's caused, you should pick up its trail quickly. It's strange. So many of the reports disagree on the details. Our villagers can tell you what they saw. Just ask politely. If you decide to hunt the beast, please look for my daughter as well. I'd go myself, but I have to protect the village.
Meet in Eastern Woods, friend. Beast awaits.
Stop the beast, and I'll consider this alliance you spoke of. Just don't get yourselves killed.
You're really going to do it? Go after Beast? I wish you luck. We will hold nice ceremony if you fail to return. What could I say that you would believe? The beast is unlike anything we ever hunted. It moves so slowly and makes no sound. We never even caught sight of it. But the beast has magic. Be careful.
You're back? I doubt you caught the beast in such a short amount of time. I don't think Speaker Hialf will help you or send any of us to help. He's got enough on his mind at the moment and very few defenders to spare.
I looked everywhere for that blasted magic hat, and it's still missing.
Look! Destruction! You ready to prove our helpfulness? Speaker Hialf was not specific on how he wants Beast dealt with, but I have thoughts. A plan to really impress Bear Hall. We not kill Beast. I see you not get plan. If Beast dies, we look impressive. If we catch Beast and bring to village alive, we look most impressive, see? Capture is harder than kill. Yes, this good plan. Let's get to it. Look! In middle of burning embers! Big glint! See? Oh, that claw is enormous. Beast must have big talons. A survivor! Unless she is the beast.
Golruna? Wait. You're not from Shore Stand? I'm not a beast. I'm here, same as you, to catch it. This must be what Father warned me about. Overconfidence, ambition, they only get you hurt. But I can't go back to the village. Not while it's still in danger. The beast happened. We expected it to be on the ground, but the attack came from the treetops. Something snapped in the woods, and then there was a noise. Deafening, like thunder. That's when we started hurling spears. It was mayhem. No, just shadows from the flames it threw at us. Everyone else ran back to the bear hall. I stayed to hold it off. But I can't fight the beast anymore. Not in this condition. Father is going to be so mad. My father already knows. Great. He wanted me to join the Hall of Feathers, but I don't care about music and dance. I want to protect people. I tried my best. I fought the beast longer than anyone else. But I suppose it's your turn now. Good luck.
Don't worry. My friend here has hunted many beasts, I hope. There. Not forest creatures. Other one. That's our beast? It is small. No fireballs hurled through leaf tops. No scorching pain in midsections. Just poof. We must push aside confusion and focus on beast catching. Our beast is sloth? Too small to call beast. Beastlet? No, that's silly. It went into cave. No time to waste. The beast will get away if we dawdle. Beast is not here. Onward, friend, into deep, dark cave. Our beastlet just woke up. I'll go after our beast. Catch up when you can.
Besha Azura. Besha.
Wait! Good, Beastlet. Stay calm. No exploding us, yes? Friend, take Sparkly Hat. I have suspicion. And just like that, we turned Beastlet into Sloth! Animals like me. The trick is patience, a soothing voice, and lots of hand-waving. Bear Hull hunters don't do any of that. They probably scared our poor little beast. It didn't know any better. Silly, I agree. But silly can be dangerous too. Still, Speaker Hialf may have trouble believing us. That's why I'm going to get our Beastlet and Hat cleaned up. No one will accuse us of lying when they see both. Look at Hat! It sparkles! Besides, did you hear Merchant outside village? One with Lost Magicap? I think we found Lost Magicap! Now, off you go to Speaker Hialf. I have work to do and dramatic entrance to make. That always helps.
I don't care what you were doing. What if you died out there?
I am not a coward, Father. I do not run when things get dangerous.
My daughter returned from the beast hunt, which is a weight off my shoulders. But where's Brit? Where's the beast? Tell me what happened. How? You aren't injured. You aren't horrifically burned to a crisp. Are you really stronger than the best warriors of the Bear House? Well, what sort of creature was it? What beast can an emissary of the Fellowship hunt down that we cannot? A sloth in an enchanted hat. I'll need to see that to believe it. But if you're telling the truth, you've earned my support. You'd best talk to Speaker Frogilda next. She's polite enough to listen. Which is more than I can say about Speaker Sograd.
My Magicap! I thought it was lost forever.
Here you go. Proof of your fearsomest beast. Now, I would like word with friend.
A sloth. We were terrorized by a sloth.
Hat returned and beast secured. How did you fare with Speaker Hialf? He ready to join Stirk Fellowship now? Good progress! Hall of Feathers is where Speaker Frogirda lives. She was mad before, but maybe she calmed down while we hunted Little Beast? I'll meet you there. My feet hurt after wrangling this little cutie.
My Magicap! You found it! On a sloth? It's going to take some time to wash the sloth smell out of it. But that hat is worth it. I can't thank you enough.
I said I'd have to see this sloth to believe your story. And here it is. The other speakers will never let me hear the end of this. A sloth in an enchanted hat caused so much fear and destruction. Unbelievable.
I saw you talk to that strange woman, Britt the Bold. If you're here to get me to hand over my village to a group of outsiders who don't respect our culture, then you're going to have to leave my hall. Everyone who comes here looking to take advantage of our might thinks they're more sophisticated than we are. You've been here long enough to join a hunt, but you haven't picked up a book or asked about our traditions. It's not about books, it's our culture. That Stirk Fellowship wants to use our warriors without really knowing anything about us. For me, to agree to join your cause, you must prove that you're willing to learn who the people of Shorestand are. Telling you would defeat the purpose. Look around, examine our books, learn about us, and find your own inspiration. You seem clever enough, and that young woman certainly has a lot of spirit. You'll figure it out.
I'm here, friend. Tell me what you know. You met with Speaker Frogirda? I don't see any spit on you. What did she say? Won't respect? But this is Nord cultural exchange. Respect is what we do. Well, we just have to convince her otherwise. My brother would start gifting now, but we have no gifts. I could give beautiful and moving ram horn recital. List of 4 Nord names is too complicated, and brawling wouldn't be most convincing. This recipe looks good. Nothing says Nord culture like feast, but words are stranger than usual. Look at ingredients. Words make no sense. Wait, it's puzzle. I love puzzles. You find half, and I'll do same. Well, I saw farm outside village. It could have spuds. And try lake in west for swimmer's scales. But buzzer's treasure. Oh, visit local mead maker for honey. Find those and meet behind Bear Hall. Ooh, Rickert says I am most excellent cook.
You tired of walking? Very well.
The gods must have blessed that fancy smocked newcomer. I just watched her stick both boots in her mouth while talking. Oh, I have 1 jar left, but I have plans for it. Tell you what, the jar's yours if you sample the mead over there. Speaker Frogirda will only sell my mead at village gatherings if someone's tasted them first. Is it really that bad? Don't keep me in suspense here. Are my meads all right? Did you try them all? How were they? You acted strangely after some of them. No matter. Which one did you like best? I figured as much from your reaction to it. Well, you earned my last jar of honey. Try not to waste it. I'm not sure how much honey is left in this village now. I make a lot of mead.
Let us move.
Hawk's bones, it's lovely outdoors. With the beast gone, I can just enjoy the breeze instead of looking over my shoulder. Swimmer's scales. You don't eat the scales unless you like a little crunch. No, your recipe probably means the flesh. Fishing's great here, if you have the right bait. Our lake's stocked with trout, and they've a taste for crab bits. Good thing there's a lot of crabs around here. Hope you're not squeamish like me. My brother keeps crab meat in our home, so I don't have to kill anything. But it's mine. You can't have any.
Soldadna!
See? I told you that you'd catch something fast with that bait.
I got my troubles and you got yours. What do you say to sharing them and lightening the burden? Like a potato? I can see where your trouble stems from. It's the wrong season to harvest potatoes. They're just buds. I have some dried potatoes. They won't be as good as fresh, mind you, but they'll work right enough in most recipes. Thing is, my farm's overrun with coral crabs. Get rid of the crabs, and you're welcome to my dried potatoes. To arms, Tamit! Dadna exavija. The shores are free from this terror you call mud crab. That's quite the stink. Think you can follow the scent on the ground? Swift as Canarthi! Phew, that smells stronger than I remember. I take it this means you found what drew those coral crabs to my farm? Well, now we know that the crabs can't resist whatever's in this batch. I won't be buying it again from Olaf, that's for certain. I'm a man of my word. Here, 1 sack of dried potatoes. It should be more than enough for your recipe.
Look here! Not bad for cook spot, no? That was adventure and a half. I went all over Shore's stand, even peeked into Wolf Hall. Learned not to talk to Speaker Sogrard yet. He's very shouty. How did you fare? Find all your ingredients? Perfect! I'll set everything out and then we can get started. Chefs say it's important to be organized when cooking. Otherwise, you might confuse radishes with eggs. Oh, I am excellent cook. Hardly burn anything. Brother Rigord loves my rabbit meatballs too. Don't worry so much. You tell what order to add ingredients. End of recipe is confusing. Think old Nords had trick up their boots with this one. Let's get this feast started! That smell will make mouth drool. What's that smell? Our feast food? Oh, can't serve that. That looks right. That smells scrumptious.
Together, Stu, at this time of year? Oh,
I'm not
delicious.
too late. Let the feast of friendship commence.
Brit's doing her best to get our feasting atmosphere correct, but I won't praise either of your efforts until I see everyone's reactions.
Food is the best part. Food is the best part of... Potatoes? Out of season? Oh, I want a second bowl. Food is the best part of any celebration. Don't tell Frogilda I said that, though. She puts so much effort into the music.
Stew proves nothing. Wait, where did you find this recipe?
Your food served and your feast started, but was it enough? Come, speak to me. I hope you know that the stew was lumpy and not a feast of friendship like Brittabold said. It's usually served as part of a harvest celebration. And yet... Together stew is made from whatever's close at hand. We come together as a village to make it hearty and delicious. So, I suppose it is about friendship. Your ambassador may not be as daft as she appears. She actually taught me something. It wasn't elegant, but what about Nord's ever is? Your feast was earnest and displayed willingness. I don't believe you'll treat our warriors as fodder. The Hall of Feathers will support your fellowship. And I have a gift for you. A book. You haven't talked to Sogrard yet, correct? I know what he'll ask of you, and this book will help. Before you ask, I won't tell you what his challenge will be. I won't cheat. But since you found inspiration from a book before, perhaps you can again.
See, Frogilda? I told you this ambassador was different.
It's the wrong season for a harvest feast, but their effort is commendable.
It worked? Our feast worked? Bear Hall for safety, Hall of Feathers for feasting. What does Wolf Hall do? Speaker Sogrard holds many opinions and much power. Find out, assistant. He must be...
You think some soup will sway me or my wolves? We know who we are. We know what we want. And we know that this fellowship is not for our village. Do you know who makes decisions for them? For their allies? We are the proud Nords of Shore Stand. We will act in our own best interests. Us. Not some fellowship. Not the regent in Sunport. And certainly not kings and queens from across the sea. As a matter of fact, I don't. But you managed to convince the other speakers of your intentions, and I've had a good while to study Brit the Bold. I have a challenge for her. If she can make a convincing enough speech, I will follow the others. You can't jump in to help her deliver it.
And to make things more interesting, she must incorporate our village's founding story into the speech. If she does all these things, then yes, the whole village will join this fellowship. Because I think she can't do it. You convinced the other speakers with your actions, hers and yours. This she must do on her own. It requires a quick mind. That's what I think you have, that she lacks. Don't worry. I'm confident she'll fail.
Speaker Sograd talked to you without being mean and unsettling. I knew you were lucky. What did Speaker Sograd want? Did he change his mind about endorsing fellowship? That is ridiculous. When have political allies ever overruled each other? We'll have to prove him wrong. What does he want? Oh no! A speech? Not some grand display of helpfulness? Speaking's not my family's strongest, most skill. And the founding story? How will we get that? Alright, here's plan. I give speech like Speaker Sograd wants. But you need to help when my memory fails. If you gesture to the things I forget in the speech, I can add them and no one will know. Is good plan, yes? You ready? Take all time you need. Speeches are most difficult. Even now, I struggle to think of bestest words. Skald King Euron makes it look so easy, but speechifying is not. Still, if you need reading time, then I get thinking time. Unless you are ready. Take all time you need. Speaker Sograd, you think Sturk Fellowship will not listen, but I listened. I know this village was founded by Nords looking for better lives. Nords with vision. Nords who saw this island in... a tankard. Their ocean journey was most rough and full of big whales. But when ship crashed, they didn't drown. They tied themselves to... a barrel! Yes! On barrels, they floated ashore. Solstice was dark and scary. But did your ancestors run? No. They dreamed of the Fox Shore. They dreamed of... A bow! Of course! Bows kill darkness and bring sun back to sky. You are visionariers, barrel lashers, hunters of darkness. You with your ceremonial mead and the food you eat for your forenords. Cheese! Yes, you are cheese eaters too. Your traditions live as long as your village. No one can take that away. You fear your voice will be silent? You fear orders? You are Shore's Stand Nords. You will not let those things happen.
That's right.
Not bad. Right, Sograd?
This island is your home. Defend it with friends. Defend it in fellowship.
I will have to think on this.
Can you think in tavern? My throat's dry and wants to drink. One moment, friend. I have ideas. Don't tell speakers, but I have the most cunningest of plans. Remember Speaker Frogirda's books? There was one on Great Nord brawling tradition. We start a tavern brawl and bring village even closer together. Speaker Sogrard was close to agreeing, but pride blocks progress. So, we brawl. Let him get frustrations out and see that Sturk Fellowship is not so bad. He wants to agree, but with time he will talk self out of it. We won't give him time. Like I said, most cunningest of plans. I go start brawl. Come in when you're ready. Is this how you welcome outsiders? Show me good time, brawl! How's this? Have fun, friend!
No maiming or serious injuries.
Ah, yes! A time-honored sword-stand tradition! Up the rafters! Make sure to land on someone!
Don't forget to pick up your teeth.
We sat out too long. Let's join the fun. No more for me. I yield.
Fresh air will clear my head. I'll make my decision outside.
Have fun hitting someone else! I'm done!
Speaker Sograd left? Come, friend, let's see if plan worked.
Ah, what excellent fighting.
There you are. Speaker Sogrard wants your ear, not mine. Still smarting from my fanciest footwork, I guess?
As I said, I needed some time to think and some fresh air. Brit is as bold as her name, using that brawl to distract me. But still, I must admit that she rose to the occasion and surprised me with that speech. Your ambassador reminded me that our people have always been our own. We will not be swayed or ordered about by anyone. We speakers will go to Sunport and send for our warriors when they are most needed. to offer advice. We know how to use our village's warriors best. If the Fellowship has any issues with that, then they'll need our assistance more than we thought. But this island is our home. We should defend it from every threat.
Sounds like your talk went well. We have much to discuss. Oh, that was incredible! Every bit of it. From beast hunt to feast making, a speech that did not go most disastrously, and a brawl. Others in cultural exchange will be jealous when they hear, and Rigard will be so proud. Hard work just starting for speakers, but for us, I can happily say we are done. Thanks to us, Shore's Stand joins fellowship and friendship and with open minds. Cultural exchange pays well. Since you helped, you get glorious reward too. Oh, I can't wait to tell Rigard what happened. He'll be so proud, maybe even buy me a drink in Sunport. I won't introduce him to speakers, though. They will get along with other fellowship members better. Breaking words is not Nordway. Not unless there is a murder, or better fishing elsewhere, or if sun moves from east to west. But I'll be in Sunport. No matter what happens, I'll keep proving Fellowship's value to them. Until cultural exchange, my brother Rigard, or Skald King, sent me on next assignment. Isn't life exciting? I was only slightly worried this job wasn't for me, but look, it is exactly what I hoped for.
All right, who's ready to chase the worm cult from our shores?
That's the spirit! The worm cultists don't stand a chance!
Gods, I haven't left the village in a long time. I'm a little nervous about it, actually. Don't worry, I'll still go. I refuse to leave the fate of Shore Stand to other speakers. They don't know enough about our culture. Yes, but are they Nord flutes? All instruments are not the same. I'm certain they have adequate musical devices, but I want to be sure we have exactly what we require. I know I'm harsh to outsiders. I'll try to be softer once I assess the situation. Every little detail matters. If we start compromising, then what is the point? No, I go to Sunport to ensure our warriors do not forget who they are or where they come from.
If Brit was the only emissary from the Sturk Fellowship, I doubt the village would have listened to her. But she had you. You accomplished what no one else has. Be proud of that. I always felt that Sunport offered nothing this village did not already contain. Until this fellowship took up residence there. Now, I suppose I will get to see if my earlier feeling was correct. Still, I doubt we will have much time to explore. Because we will be busy with other matters. The three of us aren't going to be seeing the sights or taking a respite from work. If the leaders of this fellowship are serious about taking on the worm cult, then our attention must be focused there.
I thought the best way to protect this village was by staying here. But you showed me that the bear hole can't do everything alone. With our assistance, the Sturk Fellowship's power, and Sunport's support, Shore's Stand will be safe from any threat. My daughter. She may be young, but the beast proved how passionate she is about keeping this village safe. She'll do a fine job in my absence. But it's not like I'm going far. If any threat is too great, we can get back here right away.
This is remarkable. Oh, it's sweet, acidic, and that buzzing sensation? Ooh, what is that?
That would be the sea urchin venom dancing on your tongue. Care for some more?
Why not? I can be a little adventurous from time to time.
Tides guide you, traveler. Would you care for a drink? Fanasa and I were just enjoying the results of today's lesson in Tideborn cooking. I taught her how to make a delicious cup of sea sting tea. I am a renowned chef among the Tideborn people. I offer cuisine lessons to curious outsiders. Fanasa here has been a wonderful student. Never before have I met a non-Argonian so willing to try our delicacies, no matter the toxins, spices, or spines.
I would have laughed if you had suggested muddling torchbug thoraxes with sea urchin venom, but after tasting it, I must admit it's surprisingly refreshing. A sweet, if a tad tongue-numbing, beverage. Well, I am a lover of fine and exotic cuisine. And what's more exotic than the culinary delicacies of the Tideborn people? Perhaps Daedra, but I don't think I'm ready to try that just yet. The culture of the Tideborn Argonians is unique to Solstice, as is the food they prepare. Oh, you can get mundane versions of it in Sunport, but if you want to experience the authentic taste of Tideborn cuisine, you must venture out of the city. A culture lays itself bare on the dining table, and there isn't a better way to learn about people who prepare it. I've tried High Elf, Nord, and Orc cuisine. This is my chance to experience the Tideborn culture, one bite at a time.
Strange. What realm of revelry is
remarkable.
this? You there?
Sweet.
What
Acidic,
pleasures
and that
are hidden
buzzing
here?
sensation? Ooh, what is that?
That would be the sea urchin venom dancing on your tongue. Care for some more?
Chatate, this is remarkable. Oh, it's sweet, acidic, and that buzzing sensation? Ooh, what is that?
That would be the sea urchin venom dancing on your tongue. care for some more?
Why not? I can be a little adventurous from time to time.
Ah, traveler. Are you headed to the Everlasting Fair? The Fighters Guild sent me and my squad to investigate the Everlasting Fair, but things got a little strange. Sergeant Ali Dean got me out, but I haven't seen her or the others since. I'm not sure how to explain it. When we entered the fairgrounds, things felt wrong. Ali Dean ordered us to flee. I thought the others were with me, but no one else made it. I want to go look for them, but I can't get my legs to move in that direction. Back at the entrance to the fairgrounds, I think. She'll never leave her squad behind, but she couldn't seem to go back in there either. Look, I need to report back to the guild. Can you go see if Sergeant Ali Dean is all right? I'll report back to the Fighters Guild as soon as I can get my legs moving again.
My hidden moon! May your bones serve better.
You there! A little help? My squad is lost.
Princess Oz sent my squad to investigate worm cult activity at the Everlasting Fair. It was a simple task, but then my team started changing right in front of me. I barely got away. I don't know what happened to the others. I need help, comrade. It's not a normal fair. It's dedicated to Sanguine. Once you're inside, it does something to you. Sashi, our Alfiq scout, might have escaped. She's small and fast. I need to find her and the rest of my team, but I can't go back in there. I just can't. Don't you think I tried? Something prevents me from returning to the fair. Some sort of Daedric magic. Please, find Sashi. Alfiqs aren't common on Solstice. She shouldn't be hard to spot in the fair. The Sturk Fellowship will reward your efforts. Be careful in there. I saw one of my squads start to change into... Well, they weren't themselves anymore. Just look for a snarky orange Alfiq with an attitude. That's Sashi. I need to return to Sunport and warn the Fellowship to avoid this place. That's to be expected, I suppose. Never start a mission without all the facts. What do you want to know? Adder's got out with me, and I sent him to report back to the guild. But Brundle and Athrolo are still missing. Brundle's a big guy. Good in a fight, but a little thick. Athrolo's a wood elf. Light on his feet and always making jokes. Not much. Rumors around Sunport say it gets pretty wild, even dangerous. Folks go to the fair and some don't come home for weeks. When they do, they don't remember much beyond saying they had a great time. That's why we were sent to investigate. That's just a guess, being it's sort of a massive party. And Sanguine is the Daedric Prince of Revelry. Plus, he's got an inordinate amount of followers on the island. But before I could get any proof, things started to go bad and we fled. You haven't heard? Where have you been? The Sturk Fellowship represents all 3 Tamrielic alliances, along with the Fighters Guild, which I belong to, and the Mages Guild. It's a lot to balance, but Princess Oz is holding us together. Hunting the worm cult, of course. After the attacks on our guild halls and the death of our leader, Merrick, Princess Oz took command and organized the Sturk Fellowship. You can't beat the worm cult unless we all work together. I can't thank you enough for this. I'll keep watch right here for the others.
Come! The Everlasting Fair welcomes all! Make your wishes come true! Welcome, new reveler! You'll find something to delight you at the Everlasting Fair, I'm sure. The fair's been much improved of late. Oh, I've seen many revelers enter the fair. Sometimes they need a little encouragement to join the revels, but they always yield in the end. Can't say I've seen an Alfiq, though. I suppose you'll have to come inside and look yourself. Well, of course I am! It's a delight! Every revel inside must be experienced. You'll never find what you're looking for just standing there.
Hello? Sergeant Alidine? Is that you?
Oh, you're not Sergeant Alidine. I don't think. It's hard to tell in here. I think I'm stuck inside a wardrobe. I need some help, please. Oh, that's deeply disappointing. You're saying I came to a magic fair and all I got turned into was a mundane wardrobe? I guess that explains why I can't see or move. I should have listened to Sergeant Alidine when she ordered us to retreat. That's good. I don't know what happened to Sashi, though. All I remember is a strange woman who said she loved my outfit. I told her I liked having beautiful things in my wardrobe. She laughed, and then this happened. A little joke, I guess, on me.
Yes, yes, many wonders at the fair, but none as magnificent as the talking goat.
Ifri's beard! What just happened? I am a Spriggan, obviously. The Lady of Riot herself bestowed this form on me. I paid handsomely for it, too. Must be a faulty spell. I'll have to get her to fix it. I was just getting in tune with my roots. I tried to pay as little attention to non-tree beings as possible. So, no. Although that goat's been making a nuisance of itself for a bit. Maybe it saw something. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find someone to restore my beautiful Spriggan body. Now, to get my blighting body back.
Such beautiful music. What a shame she's the only one who can hear it. Are you not amazed? I'm a talking goat. Who knows what I'll say next? Ah, you're smarter than you look. You've come to hear the wisdom of the talking goat. Few can resist my ineffable charm. I'm not just the pretty face you see. I know things. Secrets about the fair. Like where your missing Alfique is. Not so fast. A goat never reveals his secrets. I'll help you find your missing Alfique, but I don't work for free. Things aren't what they seem here, and not in the fun way. I can assist you, but you'll have to help me sort out the fair in return. How kind of you to say. I need your aid in dealing with that usurper, the Lady of Riot. Her alteration magic has made a mess of the fair. I can offer some protection from her, but do tread carefully. No telling what she might turn you into. The Alfique ran into the Bristleback extravaganza, southwest of here. Not the wisest move. The pigs are cranky today, and she wasn't quite herself, you see. If you survive, meet me outside the back gate and we'll speak more about the Lady of Riot. I wouldn't dawdle if I were you. The Bristlebacks are fun to watch, but they're very territorial once you enter their enclosure. I, of course, wouldn't be caught dead inside a pen like that. But the Alfique might, if you keep stalling. Look around! There's drinking and debauchery aplenty. But is anyone really taking pleasure in their delicious indulgences? Their fantasies are twisted and strange. This isn't Sanguine's realm anymore. Something's different with the Revelers of the Rose. Am I? Meh! There. Happy now? Goat cliches aside, the Revelers of the Rose used to worship Sanguine. Now they bow to the Lady of Riot. That insidious woman has eyes everywhere. Makes me want to drink. If only I could hold a cup. Because the Lady of Riot snatched the fair away from Sanguine and destroyed everything he stands for. Danger and delight can coexist. but she turned this place into a false shrine to her own ego. Go, find the Alfie. We'll speak more on that later. Here, a talisman to protect you from the Lady of Riot's influence.
Look, Sir Hamhock, we have another guest. Sir Hamhock and I welcome you to the Bristleback Extravaganza. Face their porcine rage if you dare. But be warned, once you enter, you'll be at the mercy of the pigs. Many have challenged the beasts. None have yet succeeded. Let's just say I won't have to feed the pigs that day. Bristlebacks are large, majestic creatures. Few truly appreciate them. But dodging a charge or two helps challengers understand them on a most visceral level. Alas, no one has yet dodged 3. Not that I saw, but Sir Hamhock indicated that he smelled a cat. He hates most non-porcine creatures. I'm trying to get him to be more accepting. One might have snuck in and found some place to hide. Look carefully, or check the corpses.
Radin, Tamit.
Stay out of sight and be quiet. I'll get us out of here.
You there, walker!
Stop walking, you foolish man.
Sashi, how do you always get into these situations? Oh, thank the moons! Sashi thought she was trapped here all alone. Normally she'd sneak right by those pigs. But this isn't her best look, you see. No fur, no claws, all legs and hands. Ugh. Anyway, you smell like someone helpful and decent, yes? You found her! Though, Sashi would prefer not to have this gangly orc buddy. So big and clumsy. The Lady of Riot said she would grant this one's secret wish to be as strong as an orc, but Sashi didn't mean it like this! Ugh, an Alfik's worst nightmare. Ugh, a puzzle for later, Sashi thinks. She tried leaving the fair, but the spell stopped her. Much as this one wishes to be herself again, we should find her squad mates first, yes? They aren't so good under pressure. But the bristlebacks are a problem.
Unshackle your mind, Tamid.
immortal. I see you found who you were looking for. Rather gangly for an Alfie.
Says the mangy, flea-ridden goat.
It seems that my advice led you right to your goal. I was reasonably confident you'd be able to handle the bristlebacks, and I was right, as I usually am. The Alfique seems fine, if a little out of sorts. My end of the bargain is complete. Your turn. Yes, but some truths must be discovered for oneself. I did say the Lady of Riot uses alteration magic. Now for your part. An important relic of the fair, the Rod of Rebels, has broken in two. We can't reverse the lady's enchantments without it. You want more details? Very well. The abridged version. The Lady of Riot is a sorceress, a nuisance, but she found a way to fool even me by pretending to revere the Prince of Rebels. She distorts dreams and desires, warps them. Now go find the rod. Not part of our deal. I was very specific. The others can wait. Without the rod, there's no way to break the lady's spell, which means the Alfique and her friends remain trapped. Now, listen to the benevolent talking goat, and do as I command. Heroic tendencies can be so infuriating. Look for them as you search if you must. Just find the rod. The lady attended the Ogrim Parade and the Misfortune Teller. She may have hidden the rod in either attraction. Look for me after you have it. Have you never been to a fair before? Go! Enjoy yourself! Play the games, earn a prize ticket, and claim a reward from the chest at each site. Even the lady's magic must obey the rules of the fair. Everyone gets a chance to win the prize. Go! Look for the rod in the attractions I suggested. The faster you find the rod, the faster we can save the Alfique's friends and restore the fair to its former glory. You can talk more to the enticing goat later, I promise. For starters, you have thumbs. Second, no, that's it. Actually, the lady's spell affected me more than I thought it would. I'm not at my full power, and I'd rather send someone else to keep her occupied until I'm ready to face her. Bah! Danger! I provided you some protection from her spells. And you're getting something out of this too. You found the Alfique, and the others must be here somewhere. Our goals are somewhat aligned. If she hadn't trapped me in this form... I am indeed a goat. I could be anything I choose, usually. It's rather fun to take on different forms as the mood strikes. But I do not like being stuck in one against my will. You chat quite a lot for someone who has a missing relic to find.
Strange goat. Though perhaps not the strangest thing about this fair. No matter, Sashi doesn't trust it. Still, you struck a deal with it. That's how you found Sashi, yes? That goat knows more than it's saying. It could be... Nah, forget it. We still have to find Brundle and Ethrolo. Sashi can't leave until they're safe. Well, and until we break the spell that's trapping us here, but... Oh, one thing at a time, yes? Sashi is not sure. Everything before this one changed is a blur. We were investigating the fair as we were ordered to, when suddenly this one was all flailing limbs and way too big. Not Sashi's finest moment. No, not many. But do not think Sashi's a hindrance because of her size. This one is perfect for scouting and stealth missions, and her claws are sharp as knives. Unfortunately, Sashi is no longer an Alfiq. This form is gangly, as the goat said. Sashi is a warrior in the Fighters Guild and part of the Stark Fellowship. Even if the spell permitted it, she would not leave you and her comrades here. Sashi will do some scouting and look for the others, while you search for this rod thing. Sashi will search for her squad mates. You deal with this goat nonsense.
When you recover a piece of the rod, we'll talk again.
Welcome. Madame Mystera has been expecting you. The future need not be a mystery, but be warned. Knowing one's fate isn't always a blessing. Even Madame Mystera doesn't know the answer to that. Peer into the orbs inside the tent, and your fate will be revealed to you. Some find riches, others danger. Only the misfortune teller sees all. Perhaps you will find it inside. There's no other choice but to go, yes? The Lady of Riot herself has sought the wisdom of the orbs. Their power is undeniable.
Shiny orbs! Touch this one! Do it!
Your fate will not be pleasant should you continue to interfere with my everlasting fair.
Now this one! Over here!
What? Don't you like my illusions?
The shadows can't hide this pretty orb!
Your future is mine to command.
One more to touch!
Your misfortune awaits! Time for you to meet your fate! The misfortune teller predicts your doom! No matter, there are many more games to play at my fair. Fine, take your prize. It won't make a difference. Go on, you've got your prize. What else are you waiting for?
Outstanding Ogrims, ready to bash. Join the parade to see if you pass. The Ogrim Parade is fun for all, I guess. if you like that sort of thing. Entry is free, but don't blame me for what happens once you're inside. Please, no pounding on the door and crying about it. Makes my head hurt. It's just Ogrims. Not really a parade, more of a gauntlet, I'd call it. Pretty boring if you ask me. But there's a prize if you make it to the end. No, just walk. Of course, the Ogrims will try to beat you to a pulp along the way, but that's just what they do. If you get past the big one, you can claim a prize at the end. Fun for the entire family. I'm serious. I won't open the door again once you enter. I don't get paid enough for that.
Until you rise again. Mafala, keep your shame. You're trapped. Move!
You navigated misfortune nicely. Come speak to me. It seems you have some small skill when it comes to the ladies' version of the fair games. Still, they were better before, trust me. Well, your limbs appear intact and you haven't been changed into a bunny. That's good. Do you have the rod? 1/2. Not good enough. Half a rod won't fix the everlasting fair. And what do I care about a note? Wherever that usurper has hidden the rod eludes me. Very vexing. I shall conduct my own search. I'll find you when I have need of your thumbs. You are... Just saying that to get on my good side. Let me look for the remaining piece of the rod. You have your own business to attend to. Although you may want to wrangle that Alfiq first. She attracts trouble like Nirn attracts Molag Bal. She was mixing it up with some revelers of the Rose near the beach. And here I thought cats hated the water. Find me once you have the Alfiq and this Brundle mortal in tow. Hopefully I'll know where to look for the other half of the rod by then.
There you are! Sashi still doesn't know how to use this orc body. So big and clumsy. And this one misses her claws and teeth. Such good weapons. How did you know to find Sashi here anyway? Sashi still doesn't trust that hoofed pest. It's using you. Even her orc eyes can see that. What will happen when it gets what it wants? But Sashi's never abandoned a mission before, and she won't start now. Have you seen Brundle or Ethrodel? Let me see. Moons! That witch got the Brundle too! What's this about the broken shaft of wood? Maybe it's the rod the goat seeks. And it says he's heading for the docks north of here. Come! Sashi is a skilled tracker. She can pick up his trail.
will not last!
Randall! Is that you? It's Sashi! Sashi doesn't think Randall likes her this way. You talk to him, Walker.
Woo! You're too late! I already took the rod from that stupid monkey. It's in a much better hiding place now.
That's her! The Lady of Riot! Run, Brendel!
You'll never escape my fair. And my revelers are oozing to deal with that old goat skulking around the shipwreck.
That witch thinks she can threaten me. I may be a goat, but I'm still smarter than she'll ever be. Ah, you found me. Well done. The lady's tricks may be irritating, but I've managed to evade those deluded revelers so far. Just a little longer and she'll feel the fury of my horns. I trust you corralled the Alfika and her friend. Damn woman is getting on my nerves! No doubt she put it somewhere even more clandestine than the last time. Did she give you any clues? Oozing? A strange word. Aha! Her flair for the dramatic is her undoing. Blood and baubles! You must go there forthwith! But there's also the matter of the Alfik's remaining companion. Trivial, I know, but I figured I'd mention it before you did. I am nothing if not magnanimous, and I appreciate your commitment, but allow me to elaborate. The Alfik's final friend is trapped in the hidden tent of Dark Joy. Without the rod, I can't locate the tent. Get it and meet me at the Fountain of Roses. Are you always so suspicious, mortal? Have I led you astray so far? Very well, let's clear the air between us. What can I tell you to assuage your concerns? The rod turns any location into a small part of Sanguine's realms of revelry. I will repair the rod and use it to restore the fair to its former glory. That should also restore the Alfik and her friends to their original, less entertaining bodies. I did, didn't I? You have an excellent memory for a mortal. As I searched for the other half of the rod, I could find no sign of the Alfik's missing friend. Since the only place I can't see is the Tent of Dark Joy, he must be hidden within. You want me to state my intentions again? So be it. I need your help. Without the Rod of Rebels, we will never stop the Lady of Riot. Acquire it for me, and I will reveal the hidden tent, free the Alfik and her companions, and restore the fair. Oh, she certainly tried, but it's a Daedric relic, not some trifling mortal bauble. They can be damaged or hidden, but rarely destroyed, even by another Daedric prince. The Prince of Rebels and his accoutrements are not so easily circumvented. I am a goat, as you can see. Like some goats, I have horns and hooves. Unlike some goats, I can talk. Things are not always as they appear at the Everlasting Fair. More on the matter, I'd rather not say. Now, Go retrieve the other half of the rod.
Beware! There's only quivering, gelatinous doom ahead! I wouldn't go down there if I were you. It's just goo, all the way down. You can sit with me if you like. We can think of nice, dry things, like crackers and deserts. Ah, bliss. They're awful, disgusting, gelatinous little blobs. I loathe gelatin, jellies, and jams. Any viscous substance, really. I'll chalk it up to a childhood adventure gone terribly awry. Oh, you won't be able to leave without facing those dreaded globules. It seems some of the gooey monsters, the little ones, have ingested some sort of key. But you need to reach inside them to get it. Ah! I can't bear the thought. Best of luck if you try it. But if you get oozed on, please stay far away from me. Whatever it is, those nasty jellies probably got to it first. Not only do they leave their terrible, slimy trails everywhere, they eat anything they come across. I'd offer to help, but I might just faint if I have to touch one. Go on without me. I was tricked! A sorceress claimed she could make my deepest wish come true. I wanted to be less fearful, so she turned me into this metal man. I may be indestructible now, but I'm still scared. If you find a way out that doesn't involve touching jellies, let me know!
Admit it! You're a Daedric prince! Or at least the servant of one.
I am a goat, you silly cat. Put your claws away so we can set things right. Wine and canapes. That Alfique has rubbed my last nerve raw. If the fair were up to its old standards, she'd be much better company, I assure you. Do you have both halves of the rod? It's time you return the everlasting fair to its rightful owner. I need to repair the rod. Won't be my best work, but then again, I don't have thumbs at the moment, and we need to act quickly. A half-hearted fix will have to do. I let you and your envy-evoking thumbs use the rod to dispel the lady's magic and reveal the entrance to the Tent of Dark Joy. Try the lady's statue, or that odd coral tree, or perhaps the giant shell. The entrance must be here somewhere. What did she do? Break it over her knee? Wait here.
Daedric magic! Told you it was sanguine.
There. It's fixed. Use it on the things I mentioned to reveal the Tent of Dark Joy.
Do what you must. This one is going to keep an eye on Brandel. He's cowering by the entrance like a scared kitten. So she thanks you for your help, friend. She'll see you after.
What are you waiting for? You have the rod. Dispel the lady's magic and rid us of her arrogance. Oh, and I suppose you can use it to find the Alfeek's friend. But I don't care about that as much. If you want to be an oaf about it, yes. But it's delicate. The repair was done hastily. So target the most out-of-place objects first to see if the lady hid her tent within their forms. I do it myself, but these hooves lack the dexterity. Are you actually questioning the work of a Daedric? Never mind. Dealing with mortals is always a chore. The repair may have been done quickly, but I assure you, it will be enough. I'm very good at what I do. Oh, just knock politely and offer some tea to the revelers of the Rose skulking inside. Do I have to explain everything? Vanquish the Lady of Riot and her inner circle. And I suppose you can save the Alfeek's friend afterward, as an added bonus. A rather large shell. A bit out of place here, wouldn't you say? A vast improvement, if you ask me.
Far, far, far.
Well, that's just hideous. A monument to her ego. Aha! The Tent of Darkjoy. Get in there and deal with the Lady of Riot.
Believe that blade!
Let the spectacle of your defeat begin! And now, for my next trick! No! The show must go on!
Yes! She's finally gone! Well done! You have my gratitude. Now, return the rod to its proper place to restore the fair. It is done! The Prince of Rebels wins as always! The everlasting fair has been restored! Debauchery, delight, and decadence, all for their own sake. Doesn't it feel so much better this way? In fact, I even enjoy being a goat again. Perhaps I'll linger in this form a while longer yet. Mine? How could a fair belong to a talking goat? Although I can assure you, the Prince of Rebels knows what you did here. You're welcome at all his merriments and debaucheries. He'll even pour your first glass of wine, if you see him, that is. Such manners! I can honestly say that you will always have a place at Sanguine's table. And the drink he pours will be of his finest wine. The next time he has hands, of course. Now, let me complete my end of the deal and restore those transformed. There! A portal for you and the puppet to leave. His little legs look tired.
We're still like this. I wasn't cut out for life as a puppet. Sashi knew the goat could not be trusted.
Yowling away as usual, I see. Just a moment.
High above. Is it over?
At last! Sashi has her dignity again.
My head hurts. I could really use something to soothe me. Like a nice, sweet banana. No! That's not right! I meant a drink. I need a drink.
I am mortified. She had me dancing like a fool. I deserve respect.
Oh, Sashi is back! This form is much superior to that clumsy orc body, yes? And Brandel and Ethrolo have returned to normal too. This one has seen much today. Well, it was you who did all the work. The goat, Sanguine, Sashi is sure, only cared about getting the fair back under his control. The fair is still a little wild, but at least visitors will be able to leave the revels whenever they like again. We must return to the Fighters Guild. There is much to report about the fair. Oh, please don't tell anyone you saw Sashi as a giant, clumsy orc lady. She would never live it down. The everlasting fair will be safer now that Sanguine's in charge again, Sashi thinks. Though she won't be returning here anytime soon. And poor Brandel may never venture out again. Here, this is for you. The Stark Fellowship thanks you.
Well, little Alfie, you got what you wanted. Though you were more entertaining before.
Don't underestimate this one. She has her claws again.
Shut up, Sashi. Thank you for helping us, Lord Goat.
The lady's spell is broken. Anyone who remains transformed does so of their own accord, even if they don't want to admit it. That's what makes it so much fun.
Whatever friendly instinct drove you this way, know that I am not open to a parley. I'm too far into my purse and my cups for that. If only this rotten luck would turn. And there's my luck righted! You have no idea how hard it was to secure volcanic pearls directly from Ash Mountain. Thank you! I apologize for my terse attitude before. I hope this is enough to show you my appreciation. That dirt is more valuable than my life. I don't mean that in some vague sense. These pearls may be just the thing that keeps me from ruin. With this, I might be able to save the contract. Save what remains of my family. My parents took a risk and moved our business to Sunport when I was still young. It paid off even though the waters around this island are rougher than most. Their luck ran out when they sailed off with a shipment and never returned. The blasted worm cult stormed their ship when it weighed anchor. Those necromancers slaughtered the whole crew on the beach. This business has been in my family for generations. If I don't make this client happy, I'll lose it too. A mysterious client contacted me just as I was about to tell the crew to find other work. They asked for rare items. Difficult to obtain, but well worth the hefty price I was offered. Didn't take you too long to figure it out. We nearly made it. I tasted hope. Maybe this time I could prove to my parents' spirits that I wouldn't destroy everything they worked for. But that storm churned us up and spit us on the shore. Father always said that the right decision can still find a way to bite you in the arse. I chose to save my crew. I don't regret it. If you find any more cargo on the beach, you know where I am. Otherwise, I'll figure it out. I have to. Gods, you smell as terrible as I feel. I haven't smelled something so foul since the Tempest. Hang on. Are you carrying a jar of slowed slime? Never thought I'd be so happy to smell such an awful stench. I thought the storm took it for certain. But the sight of it lifts my spirits more than this full tankard. You did me a better turn than you know. Take this for your troubles. All I'm missing is a box of snow truffles, and then maybe I have a chance to keep this client happy. I might be able to save what little remains of my family. I should send a letter to my client. See if they can wait a little longer before we meet.
One more, and you'll be good looking. Vive ça!
Jobs for adventurers?
I buy half.
With Kenarthi's swiftness.
I am a Dreg, a hard-shelled stormcaller.
And I am an Orlok, a sea-riding shellcracker.
I am... curses. You win again, Vikskir.
Welcome, friend. Have you come to face Vikskir in a game of tooth and claw? Or will you quiver in your boots like these other so-called challengers? Tooth and claw is a game of wits, played around the halls of Shorestan. I name an animal, and you choose another to counter it. We keep going until one of us fails to name a creature that can overcome the other. Is that all the little bird says? I propose a test. As I am the champion, I will begin with a beast, and you will name its counter. If I say, I am a wolf with a flesh-rending bite, how would you respond? Aha! There we go! A wonderful counter by naming a more ferocious beast. You seem to know what you're doing. Are you ready to face Vikskir, the champion beast tamer? We begin with a small, yet feisty beast. I am a rat with a pestilent bite. I am a cat with claws that cut wings. I am a boar with tusks that break bone. I am an ogrim. My club pounds trolls to dust. Genius. Perhaps your breath is flame, as I can feel my cheeks burning with embarrassment. Tales will be told of how you bested Vikskir, the champion beast tamer of tooth and claw.
Amazing! You beat Vikskir. Nice work. Watch out, Vikskir. I'll beat you next.
Then let's head to the inn. I need a drink if we're going to play again.
Stand firm, wretched mage, and answer my questions quadratic.
It has been 2 days. Torment me no longer, you sorry excuse for a favorite prince.
Impressive aura, my tusk. Show her impressive aura.
Over here, mercenary.
They want our souls. Please, help! More coming. Help!
Cannot be made this swift.
for our Soul Reaper.